Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Carnage, and we got another Madrid hype right here for you guys on the channel. And I don't know about y'all, but I've actually been enjoying this international break. There's been some pretty good football, right? And, we only got a few days left of the international games. And then starting back this weekend, club football will be back. So, look, guys, we're going to be getting some Madrid games pretty soon, right? You got Madrid versus Sociedad on Saturday, right? We got the Premier League coming back. All these different things are going to be happening on the channel. And I don't know. Something's just making me feel extra motivated right now. And there's some exciting things that's going to be going on with the channel, right? We're going to be adding a brand new show onto the channel as well that I'll be doing daily, aside from just these Madrid hypes, so I can talk about just world football things in general. But yo, big up to everybody that's in here, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and get in the live chat. And if you catch me after I'm finished my stream, you guys can get in the comment section and, put your thoughts in on the show. But there's so much things going on with Madrid at the moment, and it's just so much to get into. But yo, real quick, little shameless plug, right? If you guys want to become a member of the channel, right, get access to some cool badges next to your name. Also get to use some custom emojis like the Madrid ones that I just dropped right here. Then you can hit that link and you can become a member of the channel, Carnage Mob, right? And aside from the Real Madrid logo, we also have every Big Six team's logo in there as well. So, it's a little shameless plug. But, big up to everybody that watches the videos and that smashes the like button regardless, bro. I appreciate everybody that just watches, because that means a lot. Big up to my guy, Deca. What's going on, bro? How you feeling, man? Feel like, it's kind of weird, this international break. Like, it's cool because we're not getting any friendlies, right? Like, all the games that we've been watching, they actually do mean something, right? Like, for the European teams, you got the Nations League, right? Then the South American teams, you got the World Cup qualifiers. So it's a lot of stuff that actually does matter, right? Like, it's nothing worse than an international break when all the games are friendlies. Like, when none of the shit that you're watching actually matters. It's like, bro, we stopped the season to watch two teams just have a training session. But when it's things that actually count, when I'm actually going to be watching people playing competitive football in terms of, this is for your standing in the Nations League, or this is to qualify for the World Cup, then I'm all in, right? I don't have a problem with that. So, you know what I'm saying? But, yo, what's going on, Adam? Big up to you, bro. My guy. Like and subbed, and my beard finally connects. Hey, look, bro, my beard, you know what I'm saying? My beard's starting to come in too, Adam. You guys can't see it, but I can see it, But yo, let's just get straight into it. And also, big up to my guy. Manchester is red forever. I used to skip school to watch Sir Bobby Charlton. My man is doing his best Endrick impression. Yo, I don't know how the hell Endrick came to the conclusion that Bobby Charlton is the best or like one of his inspirations. Like, and I'm not saying that the guy is lying, right? But Endrick is a professional capper, right? Like this guy's a generational liar, okay? He's on a run like LeBron James, just lying for no reason. We all know this guy was not watching no Bobby Charlton. How old is Bobby? Bro, I think Bobby Charlton was dead way before Endrick was even born. Like, what are we talking about here, right? I mean, maybe he packed them up on FIFA and he cooks with him on Ultimate Team. Maybe it's something like that. But there's no way that he was going on YouTube or going to look for Bobby Charlton footage. Like, you know what I'm saying? And look, man, Endrick's my guy. But maybe we got to stop interviewing Endrick, right? Like, maybe Endrick just has to relax for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just let him just focus on playing ball. Let's stop doing interviews with him. Let's stop. Because, bro, he even said that Jude is better than Neymar. On what planet is Jude Bellingham a better footballer than Neymar? In what dimension? I just don't get it. I don't get it, bro. Endrick is a funny guy. Yeah, bro. Hi, KDB is cooking. We'll see today. I think Belgium play France today, right? We are going to be doing a watch along for that. So we'll see what KDB has for us because I don't know. Like, Belgium is always underperforming, in my opinion. Could be wrong, though. Bro, he's perfect. Yo, this guy's a world-class liar. I need him to become a world-class footballer, right? Like, not a world-class capper. But yo, let's get straight into it, guys. Look, we got, as I said, it's a lot of stuff to get into, but I do want to start off the show by just saying happy birthday to Luka Modric. My guy turned 39 years old today, okay? And he is the most decorated player at Real Madrid, just period, in history. He's won the most titles here. And it's kind of crazy when you think about when we first brought him in. I swear we signed him when he was like 26, 27 years old. We have to rescue him. We changed his life. He was at Tottenham. Then he went to Real Madrid, and he's won everything multiple times. And I'm happy that he's still at the club. I remember, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but last season, it seemed like Toni Kroos would be staying and Luka Modric would be the person that was going to leave. And then I don't know what's happened, right? But it ended up being Kroos retiring and Modric staying. And I still think, right, he's not the player that he used to be, but he's still one of the best center mids in world football, right? And I know that, obviously he's no longer a starter at the club. He comes off the bench. He's kind of more of a squad player now. And he's accepted that role with grace. And I mean, look, you see him, he embraces all the young guys, right? And you need a veteran in that locker room. You need somebody like a Luka Modric that could be there to guide all these young players. I mean, what a fantastic guy he is. I mean, the career that he's had is ridiculous, bro. One of the best midfielders that we've ever seen. The first player to break the Ronaldo, Messi, Ballon d'Or thing that they had going on, where it was like only one of them winning it for damn near a whole decade plus. Very underrated as well. But look, man, just wanted to give my guy a happy birthday shout out, man. Imagine going from Tottenham to Real Madrid. Bro, that's like, and I feel like I always use this example. It's like riding a bike to work every day, and then you end up with a Bentley or a Ferrari, right? Like, that's what you're going to work with now. But yeah, man, Luka Modric, 39 years old, bro, still at the club, still kicking. See, players like him, you don't need to, like, when your game doesn't rely on your physicalness, right? Like, there's a lot of people who are, for example, pace and power, right? They're not as technical. They're not as good on the ball, right? Like, when you're a guy like that, then when you're 39 years old, you're finished, right? But when you're a Luka Modric, and when you're just so good with the ball at your feet that you don't have to rely on pace, you don't have to rely on power because of how intelligent you are, you could beat players and be effective that way. This is how you see guys like him be able to play for this long. And again, even though he's not a starter, and I don't think that he should be a starter right now at the club, I'm glad that he's still here because a guy that's won everything that he's won and that has the leadership qualities that he has, you need these people in your squad. Like, it's super important to have guys like this in the team, right? You can't just be having all young guys, right? You need people to show the guys the ropes, right? Look at how young this team is, right? You got Jude, who's 20 years old, right? You got Tchouaméni, who's like 23, right? Like Arda, who's like 19. Camavinga is like 21. Like, all these guys are so young. They need a leader in the locker room that can guide them, that's won it, that they all respect, and that's Luka Modric. So, just want to happy birthday to him. I didn't even know that today was his birthday, and I didn't even realize that he was 39. I thought bro was turning like 36 or something like that. But yeah, man, he's officially in Unk territory, right? We got to start calling Luka Modric Unk. And I wonder if he retires after this season, because I think this is his last at Madrid, right? We only gave him a year extension, and I don't know if we'll give him another, right? So, maybe we see him in Saudi next season, or maybe in America, or maybe he does retire. But, whatever he decides to do, we will be there, right? We definitely got to see what my guy has going on. But, Adam, this is a fact, bro. Like, we always end up upgrading their players. Like, him, Gareth Bale, like, come on now. I think it's a shame that Tottenham are even allowed to wear white. Imagine that. Mahmoud, today's not your birthday. Cap. But if it is, happy birthday, bro. But I doubt that it's your birthday. Let me see. Lautaro Martinez should win the Ballon d'Or. Immediately, no. Zero, what's going on, broski? My guy. What? Can Jude Bellingham be better than Zidane? No. Yep, Mahmoud is right. I don't think he'll ever be at the level that Zidane was, right? Like, Zidane's levels is just ridiculous. But, I mean, look, speaking of, though, right? Like, speaking of Jude and just... Hold on one second. Yeah, as I was saying, speaking of Jude, right? We got to talk about the injury situation that's going on at Madrid, right? So everybody knows, for some reason, it's just like Madrid cannot stay fit. It's like the injury bug just keeps coming back, right? And we do have a game this upcoming Saturday against Real Sociedad. And here are all the players that are in question for whether they'll be out there or they're just out, period, right? So you got Bellingham, who's doubtful, Militão, who's doubtful, Tchouaméni, doubtful. Jesus Vallejo, it seems like he'll be available, even though he has been injured to start off the season. Mendy, who got sent home from the France national team, he's also going to be available according to reports. But Camavinga, Ceballos, and Alaba are all ruled out. Now, I saw a report saying that Jude's recovery is going like really well, and he might be able to come back early. And to be honest, I don't want him to. I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather all these players who are doubtful to not play. Like, what's the point in you coming back early and then possibly risking another injury? Like, we should be able to go out there and beat Real Sociedad without any of these guys. Like, we shouldn't need these guys to go out there and get 3 points against Real Sociedad. I think the game that we played before the international break against Real Betis, I think that was the most cohesive that we've looked, right? Now, since then, obviously, we've gotten some injuries, right? Like, again, Mendy, Tchouaméni, they went to their national team. The doctors evaluated them, and they found injuries, so they didn't end up playing for France. You got Militão, who didn't pick up injury, but he's injured now, right? We found that out as well. And it kind of sucks because now, technically, we only have one fit center back. Unless Jesus Vallejo really is back, then I guess he will be the one that's playing next to Rudiger. But it just sucks. But again, I would rather all these players just rest up, right? There's no point in coming back early against Sociedad. But the injury crisis at Madrid is just absolutely ridiculous. And I think that the club have nobody to blame but themselves. I mean, last season, we literally had this same situation happen, and we had a chance this summer to address some of the issues that we had, to maybe go out there and, sign some players just to bolster the squad. And we didn't do that. And now here we are in the same situation, or a very similar situation to what we were damn near 12 months ago. And we have nobody to blame but ourselves. You should have went out there and signed some more players, right? You should have spent some more money. It's actually ridiculous. I think it's poor squad planning from the board, to be honest. And I don't know what you guys think about that, but all these injuries. And now, with there still being a few more international games, there's probably going to be some other injuries that do pop up, because that's just what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what happens. So, hopefully, Vinny, Rodrigo, I think Arda already picked up a knock, but he's available to play for Turkey. Hopefully, these guys can just finish these last set of international games and get back to the club without suffering any more injuries, because we can't afford to really get anybody else hurt. But yeah, just here's what it's looking like before the Sociedad game. And obviously we will be doing a match preview maybe on Thursday or Friday. And we'll kind of get more into it then. But yeah, man, look, Bellingham's been out since the game against Mallorca, right? Militão recently got discovered with an injury, I think like last week. Tchouaméni, same thing. Vallejo was injured, but it seems like he's available. Ferland Mendy, he had an injury when he first went to the French national team, but they said that it wasn't serious. So hopefully, he is going to be available for that game. Then Camavinga still has not played this season, right? Dani Ceballos, he got his injury during the Real Betis game. And then Alaba still has not been back this season. And I wonder how long it's going to take for him to come back. But yeah, it's kind of want to show you guys Madrid's like injury stuff. Let me see. Says, I'm offended you even asked that question. Nah, I saw it, I clicked it, I just read it. I was, bro, like, there's no way. Ballon d'Or winner, according to media hype and journalists, favorites players. I don't know what you mean by that, bro. Well, go on, Donna, big up. Fans saying Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo can't carry Brazil. Well, I mean, I don't know what the issue is when it comes to Vinny and Brazil, but I would say people are kind of right? Like, Vinicius does tend to struggle when it comes to Brazil for reasons I don't know why. Like, because the form that he's on for club is amazing. Best player in the world. Ballon d'Or winner later this season. But then when he has to play for Brazil, it's just like, underwhelming. And I more so blame the manager, right? Dorville Jr., Peter Griffin, that manages Brazil. He has blood on his hands. There's no way that you have that talented of a team and that's how they're playing. Like, Brazil should be battering teams, and they're just going out there struggling, right? Barely getting wins. World Cup qualifiers, these guys before the Ecuador game were sitting six with only a +1 goal difference. Brazil. It's unacceptable. But, I mean, it's true. It's true. I don't think that Vinicius has done a good job for his country. But, I mean, if I had to pick, right, where I'd rather him perform for club or country, I mean, I'm going to pick club. So I'm a little, I'm a little happy that the form at least is for the club. But, nah, man, he definitely does have to do better for Brazil, right? Like, and all that pressure does fall on him. I know that Neymar is still active technically, but he's out injured. And with Neymar being out, the next player up has to be Vinicius, right? Like, you have to be the guy to lead Brazil. So, yeah, he does have to do better there for sure. Ronaldo should not play in the 2026 World Cup. Yeah, I think I agree with you. If I was Ronaldo, I wouldn't retire just yet. I would try and get 1,000 goals, right? Like, you're at 901, so you're so close to 1,000. You might as well go for it. And he's in great shape as well. So that's what I would do if I was CR7. Now, whether he gets called up for Portugal or not, that's up to the manager. I can definitely see Ronaldo getting called up, but I wouldn't start him, though. No. For me, if Ronaldo's going to be coming off the bench, because you saw Pepe, didn't he just play in the Euros at like 41 years old before he retired? So if I was Ronaldo, yeah, I'd play about 2 more years. Why not? Now, maybe have to play a little bit longer if I'm trying to get 1,000. Because if I was him, if I'm at 901 goals, I'm going to try and get 1,000, bro. Like, that's just what it is. But if I was the Portugal team manager, I'd call up Ronaldo for 2026 World Cup. But I wouldn't start him, though. Like, I would use him as like an impact sub, like coming off the bench. Like, do I think that Ronaldo should be playing 90 minutes for Portugal? Absolutely not. Right. And I saw the other day he came off the bench for them. I think that was his first time coming off the bench since like the World Cup for Portugal. So that's how I would do it. But I mean, look at him, bro. Like, this guy's an absolute freak of nature. Like, Ronaldo is just built different. Musiala to City. Yeah, we're going to actually talk about that later. As I said, we are going to be adding a new show that I'm going to be doing daily, right? So we're going to be doing Madrid hypes in the morning, and then I'm adding a new show called Football Mania, and we're going to be doing that in the afternoon/evening, where I'll be talking about everything. So, yeah, we'll talk about that later today, bro. Yeah, stay, just keep your eyes out on the channel, right? So make sure that you guys are paying attention. That's life, man. Hate to see it happen. Y'all get healthy ASAP. Yeah, Adam. It is what it is, bro. Not making no excuses, right? Not trying to have a pity party. But Okay, let me see. Don't your club even think about signing my striker? Vinicius Jr. trying to be good for country. Well, I mean, he has to. Neymar addicted to gambling. I mean, when you're as rich as Neymar is, I don't really think it matters, Like, what difference does it really make if Neymar is addicted to gambling? I don't think he's in debt, or I don't think that he's doing anything crazy. But, yeah, let's move forward, though, guys. Let's move forward, man. Let's get off this topic right here. Where should we go next? You know what? Actually, let's get to some transfer news, right? So, did you guys see the reports about Erling Haaland wanting to add a release clause in his deal that would allow Real Madrid to go in and activate it in the future if we want to, right? Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm somebody that doesn't think Madrid needs a Haaland, right? And he is one of the best strikers in the world. But I believe Erling Haaland is massively overrated, right? Like, for me, I think Mbappe is a better player than him. Now, if we're talking about as a striker, no, Haaland is a better striker than Mbappe. But as an overall player, Mbappe gives you so much more, right? And I think Haaland is in the best situation he could be at. You're at Man City. They play through you. Everybody's job there is to look for you in the box. It works. You're bagging a bunch of goals. You're winning the Premier League. You helped them win their first ever Champions League. You don't need to come to Madrid. And I doubt that Madrid are looking at Haaland. There's no room for him. Like, I know that there's going to be a lot of rumors of us getting linked to every single big player. That's just what comes with it. But I actually see a lot of people running with this, and a lot of people actually believe it. I don't see this deal happening. There's no way that you'll have Mbappe and Haaland and Vinny and Rodrigo and Bellingham all on the same team. And if you're Haaland, why would you want that? If you're Mbappe, why would you want that? There's already a lot of mouths to feed. And I don't even think that Haaland would be as successful at Madrid as he is at Man City, right? And what I mean by that is I don't think he scores as many goals for Madrid. Like at Man City, the way that he's scoring goals is because he has guys like Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, right? Like Rodri. All these guys are looking for him in the box. He's playing with wingers that cross the ball in. Bro, at Madrid, it's not like that, right? Like, yes, Vinny can cross up, but we play through Vinicius. We play on the wings. Like that. Like that's the focal point of our attack. So our wingers, they cut inside, they shoot, right? If you bring a guy like Haaland in, you're going to be asking us to switch up our entire game plan to fit him. Because I tell you guys this all the time. If Haaland is not scoring a 2-yard tap-in, he might as well not be on the pitch because he's not impacting the game in other ways. And I don't care who's sad that I just said that or if it offends you, but this is just facts. He doesn't link play. He doesn't track back. His overall game is very lacking. But again, he is an elite striker because off the ball and in the box, he's, what's the word? I can't think of the word, but he's just automatic, right? Like he's one of the best finishers that we've probably ever seen. But again, you have to make the system tailored to him. And I do think he should sign a new deal for Man City because I don't think there's anywhere else realistically that he can go from Man City. I don't think that the Real Madrid thing is actually an option for him. Where else can he go that can pay him that much money and keep him playing at the highest level that would realistically need him? Because would you go to PSG? No. They could pay for him. They could offer him crazy wages. But that's a downgrade from Man City. He can't go to Manchester United, right? You're not going to go from Man City to Man United. He's not going to go to any other Premier League club. Because if you're going to stay in England, then you might as well stay at Man City. Why would you go to any other English club? Bayern Munich, they don't usually operate like that, right? Bayern don't just go out there and spend huge amounts of money. The only club that I could think that he could leave that would need him, and it's not a downgrade from Man City, is Barca. But Barca can't afford him. Now, if Barca had the money like they used to, then I think they would be the ones to sign Haaland. But the rumors linking him to Madrid, it's not happening. And trust me, we don't want him. We don't want him. I don't want Haaland. I don't think he would benefit our team. Now, I think positionally, he is a better fit than Mbappe because he is a natural striker, right? So there's not going to be any issue of him drifting wide. No, he'll stay in the middle. But again, just overall, I don't know. I think if he comes, it's to the detriment of everybody else. Like, we're fine. We're fine. Trust me, we don't need Haaland. And then how much would that clause even be in his contract for Madrid to activate it if that thing? Because look, it says Haaland's new deal is expected to contain a release clause which will be within reach for Real Madrid if they want to sign him in the future. Bro, we don't need any strikers. Like, how much would that release clause be? We're talking about maybe what? 200 million? Wait, you think Man City are going to go in there and just give him some little small release clause? Absolutely not. They're going to go and give him a release clause of like 200, 250 million. We don't need any attackers at the moment, to be honest. We need to focus more on midfield, on our defense, right? Center backs, right backs. And again, Haaland, fantastic off the ball, fantastic in the box. This guy is a robot, and he's a physical freak. He's like 6'4", 6'5". He can bully any defender in the world. He has pace as well, right? A lot of people don't realize how fast Haaland is. As a striker, there's not many that are better than him. The only striker in world football that I can honestly say is better than Haaland is maybe Harry Kane. But Harry Kane, we got to see how he does this season. But nah, we don't need him, bro. Don't need him. Man City fans, don't worry. We don't want him. You guys can keep him. And I don't see him going anywhere because, as I said, what other club can really sign an Erling Haaland right now? Which other club? Tell me. Aside from us, but we don't want him. We don't need him. So these links to Madrid, they have been going around for a few years now with Haaland. And I think the only way that it would have happened is if Mbappe decided to not come, right? Okay, now it's like, all right, we got to move on. What other striker could you possibly get? But now that he's here, and again, Haaland is a better striker than Mbappe. I'm not going to disagree with that. But I'm fine with Mbappe. I'm fine with him. I think that he fits better into the team in terms of he's positionless, right? You can play him across the front three. He also has the connection because there's the French guys there, right? So, for me, I'm taking Mbappe over Haaland. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know. Do a chill stream? What do you mean by that, bro? Haaland doesn't really fit Madrid, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody just thinks that, oh my gosh, like Erling Haaland. Nah, bro. Like, how is he gonna fit with Vinny? Like, there's no Kevin De Bruyne, there's no Bernardo Silva at Madrid that's gonna be looking to just feed you the ball. So, like, how is that gonna work? Haaland overrated? Yeah, I think so, a little bit. So Mbappe and Haaland, you drop Vinny on the left, or is Haaland eating bench? Exactly. Like, this would only happen if one of them leaves. Like, I just can't see this deal going through, bro. It's crazy. What Madrid gonna do with Haaland? Kobe Mainoo to Madrid in 2030? I don't know. Who knows what the future holds, bro? Now, that's a fact. He's a franchise player at City. It's built for him. Finally, Infinity Stone type of thing. Madrid, he in the focal. Exactly, bro. And again, like, he would come to Madrid. He would still bag a lot of goals because he's just that kind of player, right? Wherever Haaland goes, goals will follow, right? But I just don't think it would be as many as he could score at Man City, where the system is tailored to him. So that's the difference. Let me see. Your club, no chance. No chance he goes from Man City to Man United, bro. I hate to be the bearer of bad news for you, my guy. He's improving his hold-up play. Plus, who cares about it when he scores you 50 goals a season? Yeah, no, I'm not saying that you should care, right? Like, as a City fan, you shouldn't care about his overall game not being better than, like, an Mbappe's. I was only comparing that because I don't think he's a better fit than the guy that we have already there trying to play striker. That's why I brought it up. But if I was any club in the world, if I was any other club in the world, yeah, I would want to sign a Haaland for sure. Why wouldn't you? Bayern, maybe. Bro, I'm saying, look, thing is with Bayern, right, is that they are a bigger club than City, but they're stingy. All right? Like, Bayern don't want to go out there and spend $200 million on a player. Like, they don't want to operate like that. Now, if they decided to operate like that, then they can definitely do it. But I know that that's not what they prefer. So, again, the only two teams that I think realistically Haaland can leave Man City for, and it's an upgrade, and they actually might need him, again, Bayern and Barca. And both have issues on why I just don't think financially they can do it. So, if you're Haaland, why leave Man City right now? Maybe if Pep leaves, but again, there's no other club right now that I think you leave them to go to. So, yeah, man. But yeah, that was one that I thought was super interesting because I'm like, bro, Erling Haaland, Real Madrid, like, we just signed Mbappe. Why the hell are we getting linked to him right now? It honestly makes no sense. And I know that Madrid are struggling at the moment, so a lot of people are talking shit about the player. They're talking shit about Mbappe and Vinny, and it's not going to work, and blah, blah, blah. Bro, it's going to work. Carlo is going to be able to get these guys to play together. You saw it against against Real Betis, right? That was arguably the best game that we played all season, even though we still do have things to improve. But we see the chemistry starting to build. We don't need a Haaland, bro. That's all I'm saying. We don't need him. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about that. Now, chat, before we move forward, right? I gotta ask you guys, did you see the Saliba rumors? I don't know if you guys did, but this is a rumor that I can get behind because I can actually see this happening because it makes sense. Now, according to reports, Real Madrid are targeting a move next summer for William Saliba, the defender from Arsenal. And I've talked about this before. And I always tell you guys, where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay? I wouldn't just dismiss this rumor. Now, Arsenal fans, you guys need to be very nervous, okay? Because you guys are wasting a lot of your players' times, season after season. And I'll tell you something right now. If you guys go trophyless again, trust me, Saliba's leaving. I'm telling you that right now. This guy is one of the best defenders in the world. I honestly think he's right up there with Van Dijk. I think he's right up there with anybody. You got to put Saliba in that top 5 conversation. That's the kind of talent that we're talking about here. He's an absolute baller. And to me, he may outgrow Arsenal because how many times is he supposed to just wait before he starts winning trophies, before he can win the Premier League, before he can win before he can win Champions League? Why would he want to stay at Arsenal if you guys are not actually winning things? See, a lot of Arsenal fans just think that these players are going to just stay together for the rest of their career and they're never going to leave. No, these players have ambition. These players want to win things. People don't want to just keep watching Man City win the trophies every single season. Why would he stay at Arsenal if you guys don't win? Somebody seriously answer me that. And if you think that when he goes with the France team and he's not seeing Mbappe, Tchouaméni, Ferland Mendy, Camavinga, and he's seeing them at Madrid winning these trophies and playing at the stadium and the new Bernabéu and all these different things, if you don't think a French player is not considering possibly going to link up with his boys, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. If you don't think these guys are all in the group chat, you're absolutely crazy. And if I was Saliba, I'd be leaving Arsenal anyways. Saliba, don't forget how they treated you. Don't forget, Unai Emery brought you in. And then Arteta sent you on loan twice. Arteta took the number 4 off you. A lot of people forget Saliba used to be Arsenal's number 4. And Arteta was treating him like Raheem Sterling. He took that number 4 off him and gave it to Ben White. And then sent him on loan. Imagine that. Saliba don't owe Arsenal anything. Saliba don't owe this manager anything. Arteta didn't even want to play this guy. But he played so well when he got an opportunity that you had to keep playing him. Yo, the center backs at Madrid aren't getting any younger. Rudiger is now in his 30s, right? We got Militão, who's young. David Alaba, I believe he's damn near 30, but seems like he's injury prone now. Center back is the area that Madrid need to address. We don't have many. And I think next summer, a move for William Saliba is perfect. It's exactly what we need. Now, this would be a very expensive deal to get done because Saliba has a few years left on his contract, right? So you're probably going to have to spend over $100 million to sign him. Like Saliba, if he does leave next summer, he will be the world's most expensive center back. Now, whether Madrid will want to do that or not, we'll see. but I'm all for it. And unlike the Haaland rumor, Saliba is a player that we actually need. Madrid are good with their attack, but they need to address midfield, right? You still got to find somebody that can replace Toni Kroos and has those kind of qualities, right? Obviously, there's nobody as good as Kroos, but you need somebody that has similar traits. You got to address center back because it's only Rudiger and Militão and David Alaba who's still out injured. We have nobody else. Nacho left. He's in Saudi, right? Like, we're struggling at that center back position. And then you also got to start looking at right backs. So those are the three areas of the pitch that we need. And Saliba checks all the boxes. Young, arguably one of the world's best. And this would be a massive upgrade for him. I'm telling you guys right now, bro. Let you go trophyless another season. And you think he's going to stay and just be happy. Okay. Whatever you guys want to believe. Right? Like, the standards at Arsenal are so low that it's actually pissing me off because I like Arsenal. I like them. But these guys don't have standards at all. Making excuse after excuse for Arteta not winning any trophies. This guy came in after Unai Emery, right? Won the FA Cup in his first 6 months with Emery's squad. Since then, he's gotten rid of all those players, has spent 700 million, and has won nothing. But everybody tells me that the squad that he inherited was so shit. Well, if it wasn't for that squad, he wouldn't have won anything. So what are we actually talking about here? As I said, if you don't think that Saliba talks to Tchouaméni, Mbappe, Camavinga, Ferland Mendy, if you don't think that these guys aren't cool and that these guys don't talk and that he probably hasn't asked them about what it's like to be at Madrid, you are out of your mind. I'm telling you this right now. And there's Arsenal fans online laughing at this, saying he doesn't know you, bro, and oh, he doesn't want to go to your small club, and oh, he's going to reject Real Madrid. Okay, bro. Okay. Because, look, I already think Arsenal lost the Premier League already. Once you drew against Brighton, to me, you lost. It's over already. Because look at how Man City are on fire. And they haven't even had Phil Foden or Rodri the first few games. And they were cooking without arguably their two best players. So, to me, it's done already. I see Man City 5-peating. I don't see Arsenal winning the Champions League either. So, the best chance at a trophy is the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. But this manager don't take it serious. So, all the pressure is on Arsenal. They have to win next season. And look at the shit window that they just had. These guys need to overtake Man City. And they brought in a left back in Calafiori when they didn't need one because they already had the best defense in the league. They brought in a midfielder in Mikel Merino who does not complement Declan Rice. And I don't think if everybody's fit, he starts regardless. And I know that Merino's out for a few months because this guy got injured in his first training session, but he still does not make a difference, in my opinion. Merino is an average midfielder from Sociedad that had a decent Euros, and Arsenal decided this was the player to go get. He's not good on the ball. He can't handle being pressed. Like, what? And then on deadline day, everybody knew that Arsenal need an attacker. You need either a winger or a striker. You need something fresh up front. And their last minute signing, as if it was a big splash, was Raheem Sterling. Are you, bro? That was their summer. Calafiori, Mikel Merino, and another Chelsea reject. To me, that's a 2 out of 10 window. That's one of the worst windows that any big club has had. And if I'm Saliba, I'm looking at this. Why would you want to stay? Clearly, the club don't care about winning. I've been trying to tell you guys, Arsenal are just happy to be involved. They don't actually want to win it. Look at what their actions are showing you. Look at how lazy they were in the transfer market. Look at the shit that they brought in. Man City this summer didn't even have a real busy window. But they could afford to not be busy because they're the team that's won the Premier League 4 times in a row. They're the team that won the Champions League a few seasons ago. They can afford to slack off a little bit. And they still went out there and had a better window than what Arsenal did. They signed 2 players that immediately walk into Arsenal starting 11. Savio and Gundo start for Arsenal. And now they're at Man City. So, yeah. To me, Arsenal are going to go another season trophyless. And the fans will make more excuses. Saliba, you don't got to be a part of that losing culture. You don't have to, bro. Don't worry about it. We'll save you. Don't worry. Because he is the Madrid center back. I'm telling you this right now. He is of that level. And he checks all the boxes. Arsenal, we'll talk next season. Or should I say next summer? We'll talk. But let me know what you guys think about this. Because I'm telling you, this guy is too good to just be going trophyless. He will outgrow them. He will. But let me see. What you guys saying? Oh, yeah, bro. I saw these links. Yeah, we're going to talk about this later. Not in this stream, but next stream. Adam, what's going on, broski? Big up, my guy. Saliba played so well against Man City last season. To be fair, though, I'd say since the World Cup, Gabriel Magalhaes has been Arsenal's best defender, but Saliba just has a lot more talent than him, in my opinion. But Magalhaes has been, on performances, better. Let me see. Yo, Unruly, what's going on, G? Big up, my guy. Saliba will dip from Madrid when he realizes Arteta's not serious. Bro, the club's not serious. The whole club's not serious, man. Let me see. Saliba deserves better. Arsenal can't offer him nothing. I hope Perez pulls off the deal. Yeah, as I said, bro, it's going to be a very expensive deal to get done, man. Very expensive deal. Like, you would have to break a record for Saliba because, let me see something real quick. Let me see. Let me see. When does Saliba's contract expire and his market value right now? Hold on real quick, chat. I'll share my screen when it pulls up. All right. Yeah, so you guys see this, right? Okay, so Saliba, 80 million. That's his market value. But his deal runs out 2027. So come next summer, he'll have, 2 years left on his deal. Yeah. You could probably get him for around 90 to 100 million with 2 years left, bro. Yeah, man. I'm going to need that. Bro. Let's see. Liverpool, Chelsea, and Man United have a better chance of winning a trophy before Arsenal because they're not serious. Yeah, actually, I think like when Man City kind of fall off a little bit, because when Pep leaves, there will be a drop-off, which is natural, right? But I still think that they'll be right up there as the best. I actually think Chelsea are next team up. Everybody thinks it's Arsenal. I actually think that Chelsea are the next team up after Man City. Let me see. Aside Saka, who gets to play the right wing? What do you mean? For what? For Arsenal? I mean, I guess Sterling could rotate there. I don't know. This is why Lee is always going mad over them. Yeah, facts. It's done, bro. Bro, it's over already, Stanley. It's over. Literally. I agree with you, Adam. Be coming from next summer. Bro, you already know, bro. Don't worry. We're going to save him. But, yeah, man, look, a lot of Arsenal fans laughing about this rumor. I'm like, bro, like, why are you guys being so disrespectful? What's going on here? But, yeah, I just want to kind of touch on that, right? Because, obviously, the transfer window, it's closed, right, for last summer. But you guys know these rumors never stop. Now, I kind of do want to touch on a signing that we missed out on this past summer, right? Now, it's no secret that Madrid wanted Lenny Yoro, right? And it seemed like he wanted to come to Madrid as well, right? The guy was basically begging for us to sign him. But we wanted to make the signing on our own terms, right? And the terms that we wanted to sign Yoro on was offering less money to Lille and also not offering him a really high wage. Now, that ended up costing us because he decided to go to Manchester United, right? Manchester United, they decided to spend damn near $60 million to sign him, and then they gave him big wages on top of that, right? And the reason that I'm bringing this up is because I've been seeing this report, right, that said Lenny Yoro leaned towards Manchester United's contract offer of $9.5 million over Real Madrid's $2 million proposal, right? And I'm not one of these salty fans, right, that say, oh, you know, he only chose you guys because of money, even though I do believe that's the ultimate reason why he went to United. But regardless, they beat us to a signing. It doesn't matter if they valued him more than we did, because clearly we didn't value him as much as Man United did. They still beat us to the signing. So, whatever. Fair is fair. And even though I don't usually criticize Perez and the board, with the summer window, they have to be criticized. Because when United first signed Yoro, obviously that was a blow because everybody talked about him like he's a generational player, right? He's going to be one of the best center backs for the next decade. So obviously, you want a player like that at your club. And when you look at our center back situation, it would have been ideal for him to come in, right? Now, obviously, I think from a footballing standpoint, Manchester United made more sense for Lenny Yoro than Madrid did. For multiple reasons, right? One, financially. They offered him a much better package than we did. And at the end of the day, we have to realize that this is these footballers' jobs, right? And I know a lot of people think that players should be playing for passion and not for money. This shit is not a Disney movie. This is real life. And I feel like people don't use real life logic when they talk about football. Now, I don't know how old most of you guys are, but I always use example. When you guys become adults, and if you are an adult in my chat, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you guys become adults and when you have to go and look for a job, and when you're negotiating your contract at a company that you apply for, are you going to tell them, no, because I'm passionate about my work, I'll take less money? No, you're not. You're going to try and get as much money as possible. So why do we get on these footballers for doing the same? So I don't blame him for picking Manchester United because of the money. On top of that, he also had an easier path to starting at Man United than he did at Real Madrid, right? Like, we wanted to bring him in to be our third or fourth choice center back, right? To rotate. Man United wanted him to come in and start. If Lenny Yoro was not injured right now, he would be starting for Manchester United week in, week out. At Madrid, he would have been behind Rudiger, David Alaba, Eder Militão, and he still would have gotten playing time, but it wouldn't have been as much as he would be getting at Manchester United. So I get it. I understand completely why he went there. The issue that I have, chat, my problem is, why did we not go and sign another player after we didn't get Lenny Yoro? Because as I said, I was cool with us not getting him because I'm like, all right, we missed out on Yoro, but surely there's other center backs that the club have been scouting that they also rate. But I guess not. And this is what pisses me off. Because if you weren't going to sign anybody else, then you should have matched Manchester United's offer. Why go out there and lose our number one defensive target if you weren't going to sign anybody else? So that's what pisses me off. And that's fully on Perez and the board. And this is why we're sitting here with all these damn injuries right now. With it looking like Rudiger is the only fit center back that we have at the moment. I don't understand it at all. And also, offering Lenny Yoro $2 million a year. Bro, come on, man. That is a bit disrespectful. How are you only offering him $2 million? You couldn't have offered him maybe $7 million. They're talking about him being a generational kind of player. PSG, Liverpool, Man United, us. We're all in for him. How are you coming there with that kind of offer to him? But I get it. Look, Perez thought we could bully Lil and that because of who we are, he'll just sign for us on a free or on a really low offer. But you can't always operate like that because players care about money. And we fucked this up. And again, it's just super annoying that we didn't go out there and sign. You telling me this was the only center back in world football that we were looking at? Lenny Yoro is the only center back that we scouted? Because that's crazy. We should have signed somebody else after missing out on him. And now look at us. So, yeah, I had to bring this up, right? Because I just kind of saw it circulating. As I said, I'm not a salty Madrid fan. I don't care that he's at Manchester United, right? Like, congratulations. We wanted him to be on the bench. You wanted him to be your starter. Whatever. But I'm more so mad at the board for not getting anybody else after we missed out on him. Because if he was the only option, then you should have matched Manchester United's offer for him. You don't walk away from the negotiations and then don't end up with anything. You got to get me something. But yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on that, bro. It's ridiculous. Yo, next, what's going on, bro? My guy. The transfer window was so poor. It was, bro. It was, man. Could have did better. Could have did so much better. But, you know, if they don't make at least 4 or 5 signings in the winter, we could, bro, we're not making, bro, unruly, Madrid don't make signings in the winter. Come on now, bro. Come on now, my guy. That's not how we operate. When do we ever sign players in January? I can tell you this right now. We are not signing somebody in. I can tell you this. I don't even got to, bro. I could put money on it. We don't make 1 signing in January. We never do. Rarely. I think that you'll see aliens land on Earth and take over the government before you see a signing from nonetheless 4 to 5. No, it's not happening, bro. Last season, look at all the injuries we had in the January window, and we still didn't sign nobody. The whole team was basically injured. We still didn't make any deals. That's not going to happen this January. Now, next summer, we got to have a better window next summer than what we did this. And now he's injured, watching his team get outplayed every game. Shit, they're going to get outplayed even with them being there. But at least they'll have a good defender there to soak up some of that pressure, you know? I know that's why I wasn't confident with this season. I mean, look, I'm still confident. I'm still confident for sure, but I'm just annoyed. Like, I'm just very annoyed because it didn't have to be this way. And also, it's why do we keep getting so many injuries? But yeah, man, just wanted to touch on the Lenny Yoro situation. And, you know, we only got a few more minutes, so kind of want to look at some other Madrid news that's just going around, right? Like, we can even talk about my guy, Tchouaméni. Now, look, I told you guys, right? I told you, chat, that he's a very important player for Madrid. I know a lot of you guys, right? Y'all wanted us to go and possibly sign a Rodri and these things. Bro, what I tried to tell you, we don't need a Rodri, okay? Because we got Tchouaméni, right? Read this report, chat. Tchouaméni and Real Madrid's relationship is fantastic. He's very happy and is only focused on Madrid. From what I hear, he is really professional and popular with his teammates. The intention is absolutely for him to continue at the moment. Why would we have to go out there and buy Rodri? We got Tchouaméni, chat. Try to tell you guys. A lot of y'all not rating my guy Tchouaméni. To me, best DM in the world. He's right up there. I think the only thing that Rodri has on him is he's a little bit better on the ball. Right? But Tchouaméni's underrated on the ball. Tchouaméni's a solid passer. Right? He's also good with the ball at his feet. Like, I get it. It's not his strongest suit, but I think defensively, Tchouaméni is right up there with Rodri as being one of the best DMs in the world. And I think he is crucial to Madrid, right? I mean, we don't even got to get too much into it. But I just want to show you guys this report right here. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere, chat. And honestly, you know what? Let's actually look at Brahim, right? Because there's a report. So here it is. Look. It says, Brahim Diaz has understood his role to date, but he's willing to keep working to turn the situation around. He wants to be important, and his goal is to not have the same role he had last season. Performances like his versus Betis help the coaching staff in distributing minutes. So this report right here, guys, it confused me a bit because what exactly does this mean in terms of he wants to be important? I think Brahim Diaz is very important to Madrid. And I understand that he may want to be a starter, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that in this current Madrid side because he's not better than Rodrigo. He's not better than Vinny, right? He's not better than Mbappe. In midfield, is he better than Valverde? No. Is he better than Jude? I don't necessarily think so. But I do think Brahim Diaz is a very important player. And I think if he was at any other club, maybe aside from Bayern and Man City, I think he starts for every other club in the world except for those two. So I feel for him, but he's a very important player. And I rate Brahim Diaz a lot, very highly. I think having a guy like him come off the bench, you need that, right? He's an impact sub. The way that he's able to instantly change the game. And I think his skill set, it fits right in. He's so technical, can slow down the game, has a nice pass on him, is also not a bad finisher as well. So if he feels like he's not important at the club, then he's wrong because he is. You need a guy like Brahim Diaz. You need somebody that can come off the bench and keep the level of play just as high as the starters did. So for me, does Brahim deserve more minutes? Yes, because every time he gets on the pitch, every time he's given the opportunity, he performs. So yeah, I agree. But he is very important. I'm telling you this right now. And I think that he's going to be in for another big season. And there's going to be a lot of minutes and a lot of games that we're going to be in, right? We're in 7 competitions. And we're going to go deep in all of them. So we could end up playing close to 70 games this season. Brahim will get his opportunities. But for me, I wouldn't want to sell him. He's that good. He's that impactful for the club. What a player, bro. What a player. Super underrated. But yeah, I want to touch this as well. And then let's also real quickly talk about Jean Martinez, right? So we all know Jean Martinez, the young defender. We saw him in preseason, 16 years old, but he tore his ACL in training right before the season started, which was a big blow. But regardless, it seems like the club still believe in him and they still want to offer him a new contract, right? So according to Marca, it's saying the injury will not stop what Real Madrid had in mind for Jean Martinez. The club believes in him and his talent. The player will be offered a new contract regardless of the significance of his injury. Now, I know a lot of people were saying that Jean Martinez was going to possibly play a big role for Madrid this season. I don't believe it, right? Look, Carlo don't really give youngsters that many minutes, right? I mean, we saw Arda Güler last season when he came back from injury. He was barely playing games. Now, maybe through injury, right? And look at all the injuries that we have right now. And look at how Rudiger is the only fit center back that we have, right? Maybe he would have got a start because of the injuries if he wasn't injured. But nah, I don't think Jean Martinez would have gotten that many minutes if he was fit, right? I think that, yeah, he would have probably been a part of some of the squads, right, on match day. He would have been on the bench. But, bro, Carlo, he already said it. His job at Madrid is to win games and trophies, not to play youngsters. He said this last season when we were all complaining about Arda. But regardless, look, in preseason, he did look pretty good, right? And that was the first time I ever watched him play. I never heard of him until he got brought onto the tour this past summer. But he looked decent. He's tall, he's fast, he's good on the ball, and I do see the potential in him. And I would have been interested to see how he develops. But the club rate him very highly, right? So given that fact alone, then, you know, he has to be really good, right? And again, I was impressed by what I saw. But yeah, it's kind of want to touch on that real quick because it looks like they will be offering him a new deal regardless of his injury, which shows you how highly they value him at the club. And again, he's only 16 years old, right? So it's not like it's just over for him, right? He's super young, and he should be given all the time to come back and heal properly, But let me see what you guys are saying before we wrap this up, man. Let me see. Same. And I think that Diaz is better as a squad player, for sure. Let's see. We would have been fine if Jean Martinez didn't get injured, but our luck is so bad. Bro, the thing is, I don't think Jean Martinez would have played that much anyways. Like, to be honest. How would Madrid line up against Sociedad? Stanley, we'll probably talk about that on Thursday, bro. Thursday or Friday. I'll do a match preview. So make sure that, you stay there for that. But I don't have time to get into that right now, bro. Bro, I wish I could watch your channel more often, but university ain't playing with your boy. Big up the chat. And we're to you, bro. My guy Hendrix, yo, tune in whenever you can, my guy. Look, I appreciate you just dropping the chat right now, bro. Big up, man. And good luck with your semester, bro. With university and all that, bro. But look, man, don't worry about it, bro. You got to do your stuff first, But big up, my guy. You know that, whenever you jump into the chat, it's always good vibes seeing you. Come on. If you sell Brahim Diaz, it ain't the end of the world for you. Just replace him with Kubo from Sociedad and no problems. Nah, Brahim Diaz is better than Kubo. That's what I think. And again, it's not the end of the world. I just think that Brahim Diaz is a really good player. So why would I want to sell a player that I really rate and that I think fits our system and that I've seen him come off the bench and impact games? It's no need, But yeah, Brahim for me, irreplaceable. But yo, big up to you guys, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And we will be back later, right? We will be doing Belgium versus France. And then I do have a brand new show that I want to start today, hopefully, called Football Mania, where we talk about just everything in world football, right? Like all the news that's going on. So, hopefully I see you guys for the watch along. And hopefully I see you guys on Football Mania. But big up to your damn selves. And yo, people, I'm out, guys. Peace.